The Hangout on Air is live. We are officially live. Which I am going to start this way because if you're watching it later, it's a weird way to start to just have nothing happen for 5 minutes. We've made the broadcast live, and we're just going to give people a few minutes to roll in. I'm doing laundry while we wait for that to happen. So
because Blythe is a multitasker. I am drinking a beer while we wait because I'm also a multitasker.
I am drinking a water.
Lame. It's straight gin. We all know.
I almost did a spit take and said, "Oh my God, you're right." And then I realized there's recording equipment and computers.
Yeah.
All in front of me.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's fine. You can, it's...
Yeah, new technology. It's all waterproof. Didn't you know?
Right. I saw an ad on Reddit about the new iPad that said it was... Did you see all those, like, their little mock ads that they would put up and to get people to, like, throw their shit in water? And I think it was, I don't know. Yeah. But people are stupid to fall for that as well.
Yeah, well, I don't think that many people actually do.
Enough that someone does. Someone says, "Hey, look, my phone is..." Yeah, I know. But the fact that there's more than zero is...
Right. Oh, I guess I should post that we're live. Hang on just a second while I...
Oh, if we're expecting people to show up, then...
Well, they know. They know it's time. They know where to go. It exists.
Sure. A link is helpful, though, for people who don't know how computers work and throw their computers in pots of water.
If they're that retarded, meh. There's nothing I can do for them.
That's true.
Okay, if there's anybody out there, shoot us a comment, because we're showing 0 viewers, but I've also noticed that the number of viewers is not always accurate.
Well, isn't it like they have to...
be signed in, I think?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they might have to be signed in. And also, I think you can watch it on Google, but you can also watch it on YouTube. And it doesn't show the viewers on YouTube, I think.
Right.
So there's just a couple different... Oh, we have 1 viewer.
Hello, 1 viewer.
If you're watching, drop a comment somewhere or tweet us and tell us who you are. We're not podcasting yet. We're waiting for the people. All right. I guess I should retweet that too, huh?
If you want.
Sometimes.
I did. I did to my... Do you want to know how many followers I have now?
Yeah, how many followers do you have?
I hit a milestone.
You did? Did you hit 50?
I did. I have 51.
So proud.
I know. It's so exciting. It was a big day. I missed it, though. I missed the 50. I just saw the 51.
Well, listen, there are worse problems to have. There we go. Retweeted.
Has our 1 viewer said anything?
Nope.
Come on, 1 viewer.
Yeah, 1 viewer. Oh, 2 viewers. I bet one of them, I'll bet, is probably Luke and or Josh.
You could be right.
Those are my 2 reliables.
They are.
Although John is usually here too. Oh, yeah. Hang on just a second.
Yes.
Sorry, I got excited.
About?
Well, I made a new friend on Twitter for us.
Go on.
Sorry, and so he's tweeting and asking. sorry. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. We'll kick this off, I would say, at 6:15. That'll give a couple more minutes to let people kind of roll in. Hi, guys. We are starting the podcast in just a few minutes. In the meantime, watch me do my laundry. Sailor Moon shirt going in the pile. This is what you came here for, right?
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
Amanda, will you check the news? Jeff said he added it. Will you add it to the show notes if he didn't already?
Okay, I can do that.
Y'all are getting a peek behind the curtain now.
It's exciting stuff.
Amanda, do this.
Copying things and pasting them.
Also make it so. And stuff.
Done and done.
Okay. Okay, cool. And did you do the news stuff is there yet or no?
Yes, it
It is
is.
there. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so helpful.
You are so helpful. Oh my gosh, we have so much stuff to discuss at the next rehearsal, like Gen Con stuff. We're not going to be able to rehearse again.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know.
Gen Con is coming up so quickly.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
I know. Gen Con is coming up really fast. I'm excited, but also terrified. Okay.
I bought a prop as part of one of my costumes.
Oh, good. Is it
I'll
from
show it
Star
to
Wars
you
show?
later. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I'll show it to you right now because it's right here.
Okay.
I forgot.
You guys getting a sneak peek.
It's so exciting. I found this on eBay because there were actual real ones that were super expensive, and then I found this. It's a cheap like knockoff from China. So it's like a holster belt thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
You can see the holster, and that's the belt.
It's a holster belt thing. Here's the holster.
With a holster
Here's
and a belt. There's not much else to it because it's not a holster belt flask container.
But it could be.
Well, maybe that's what will go in the holster. Do you think they make gun-shaped flasks?
What about a lightsaber-shaped flask? It is the Star Wars show, after all.
Yeah.
Just saying. Could be a thing.
Yeah, I suppose. We'll see. Probably not for as little money as I would want to spend on something like that. So,
Touche.
yeah. Because I'm cheap as fuck.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, so the new friend that I made on Twitter, by the way, it is a music group called the Scroll Bards. And let me double check that that is, in fact, the Twitter handle. But you guys, yes, it's at the Scroll Bards, like scroll and bards. So follow them. In fact,
I don't get it. Can you...
No, I can't, Amanda. If you don't get it, then you don't deserve it.
That's... Yeah.
He just released a song about Vader, actually. So, right on topic.
Oh my god, the Scroll Bards follows me.
Nice. There you go. Getting you up past 50. All right, cool.
Aw, yeah.
Let me open up the show notes. Let's get this show started. People are here. Hi, guys.
Yes. Hello.
All right, so we're going to kick this off. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. Welcome to the 6th episode of the Dork Pridecast. I am Blythe, and guess what? Amanda is back this week.
Hooray!
We make up one half of a nerdcore comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and we're going to celebrate Dork Pride. So let's do it. This is the new gift. Yes. I've been putting out gifts every week.
I saw the dancing kitty karaoke one from last week.
Yeah, Brian made that one, and it made me laugh.
I like it.
Yeah, it made me happy. So that wasn't actually from the podcast.
Well,
what? It was discussed on the podcast.
Yes.
Which apparently you heard because you listened, which I'm shocked.
I did listen. Even though you guys were like, she'll never listen to this.
To be fair, you and I said the same thing about Rissy and Jeff, and they've both been here pretty consistently.
They do.
So.
Yes. No, I think you guys were saying that when you were mocking my news, which were fantastic. I don't know what the problem was. It was all super fascinating stuff.
I would never
like the spider in the window. That was probably the best one.
No, my favorite thing about your news was just the commentary.
Well, I have to do that. I can't just state like this thing. It's like this thing, and here's what I think about it, and nobody cares, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
No, we do care, and it was delightful. So, it was good. So that was fun. Yeah. So Jeff stepped in last week. If you guys liked that, I don't know why you would, but if you did,
I mean, clearly not as much as they like this interaction here.
Well, I mean, obvi.
Right.
But if you want more Jeff in your podcast life, go to our Patreon. It's our next goal is if we meet $200 a month. I think that's right. If we meet $200 a month, we'll put out a bonus episode that is hosted by Jeff and Rissy, not Amanda and I. So that'd be fun. That would be completely different.
Interesting. Yes, completely different. Also, on the first Thursday of every month, right after our podcast, we have the Damsel Dork out where all 4 of us get together on Google Hangout and just shoot the shit about whatever Rissy wants to talk about. I mean, whatever any of us want to talk about.
Yeah, she usually does kind of override everyone when she's paying attention.
Yes. Which,
So, and that's actually next week. I don't know if you knew that, but the first Thursday of next month is next week. And you know why I know that?
Because you're aware of the date?
Well, yeah, but because Tuesday is my birthday.
What?
Yeah, and it's my golden birthday. Do you know what a golden birthday is?
Is that the age and the day of the month is the same?
Yeah. So I'm 31 on May 31st.
I hit my golden birthday years ago.
Yeah, most people don't even know what a golden birthday is because almost everyone has their golden birthday before they even know that it's a thing because kids don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're like, do I get more presents? No? Okay, then it's just a birthday.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but I'm excited. It'll be like the last birthday I care about. So, I'm going to San Francisco this weekend to celebrate. Gonna see some friends and shoot some with Kat. If you have not seen the pictures that Kat has taken of me and others in the past, check Katrin Auk Photography, and that's AUCH. So it's Katrin Auk Photography. She does some really, really cool things. She's worked with, I want to say Veronica Belmont also. She's a big nerd girl. Very, very cool. So she's done some photo shoots with her as well. So that's another name you might recognize and you dig that. So we're going to go and do some photo shoots. And then I'm excited about this. On Saturday night, I'm going to the Kind of Funny Live 2 event. So that'll be fun. And
will be fun.
hopefully funny, or at least kind of funny.
Yes. At least a few under-the-breath chortles will be had.
At the very least.
Yes.
So that's what's up in my world. I expect presents from all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're going to get them to me, but make it happen.
Just flood her email inbox with dick pics because that's what she wants.
At dorkpride.com.
Dicks for damsels.
Dicks for days. Oh, man. I have to stop naming this podcast after dicks. Every episode has been like, it's not entirely dicks, but
yeah,
it's been at least 2 dick references.
What did
we only have like 5 episodes?
What was the name of the episode last week? I didn't notice that.
Dicks, y'all.
I felt like it should have been like your mom jokes or something like that.
You know, I wish that I had asked you because I named it Dicks Y'all because at one point during the conversation, Jeff said something about dicks, obvi, and I said Dicks Y'all, and then I said that's the name of this podcast, and I was too lazy to find a better name. I'm gonna make you start naming them from now on.
Okay.
So that's coming up. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So be here next Thursday.
I think the name of tonight's podcast should be Amanda is the greatest ever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed, but like
I'll come up with something cleverer.
Yeah, please do. Amanda was gone last week. Amanda, let's talk about why you were gone, why you abandoned us.
Rehab.
Why you left us in the orphanage for a week.
Rehab.
Bullshit. That is not.
No,
we tried to get you to go to rehab, and you said no, no, no.
I did.
Like repeatedly. I didn't get it.
I know.
Sorry.
I was just trying to get my point across. I went to Seattle to visit a friend of mine. And to do a little work, actually. Some nice manual labor.
Yeah.
I was help building a dry stone wall. So it's a wall with just stones, no mortar. So the stones all have to fit like perfectly together. It's kind of tricky and heavy, and I kind of pulled something in my butt. So I know you've been to Seattle before. And I'm sure a lot of people have. It was the first time I'd ever been. I had no idea that Seattle was so hilly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hilly. But the house where we were working, the driveway was basically like, there's a driveway and then you went like down 2 flights of stairs to get to the house. So all of the stones were on the driveway. So we were carrying these super heavy stones like down flights of stairs over and over again. So that was all on Sunday or Monday, and I am still super, super sore.
Yeah, I bet you are. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like fun.
And I hurt my butt. That's the sad
Amanda.
part.
Did you do anything fun while you were there?
Kind of like wandered around the downtown area. I saw the Space Needle. Okay. I sat near it and ate a cookie. Which is, I hear what you're supposed to do, right?
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard. So I did that, and went to the market thing that's down there. And stuff like that.
Place market, I think.
Yeah. That's
they
the one.
The fishes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do that. I said do.
Yeah, we went to Seattle with the Damsels twice, but you weren't with us either time.
I wasn't.
That was before your time.
Yeah. Those were the sad damsel days. The pre-Amanda days.
Yeah, we weren't complete. We thought we were, but we weren't.
Nope. That's because I complete you. I think that's how the saying goes.
I think. I
Yeah.
think that's right. But yeah, Seattle's great. I love that city. I haven't been in a really long time. I have been talking about the possibility of going back. Apparently there's like a Star Trek exhibit at some museum right now in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that because I totally would have gone to that.
Yeah, right?
Had I known.
So so that's definitely got me intrigued. We'll see. What else? So that's where you've been. What else have you? We didn't get to talk to you last week. Do you have anything nerdy to talk, or not nerdy to talk about? I guess.
Do I ever? I'm so lame and boring.
Yeah. When I pull things out of you, you do.
Let's see. My binge watch of the week has been this show called The Americans with Carrie Russell of Felicity fame. Blythe and I were discussing this earlier. We're not sure that she's been in anything between then and now.
She has, just nothing.
Probably, but nothing big.
That we can name.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. It's like Russian spies during the Cold War, like the early '80s, which I really like. It's sort of the computers are starting to become a thing, and they're talking about, and it's so like these FBI agents that are like this, like, what do you mean code? What do you mean a virus? I don't understand how these things work. And it's like, oh yeah, there was a time not very long ago when all of these words that we use every day like meant nothing or something completely different. But it's enjoyable. It's an FX show, so there's lots of butts.
Lots of butts.
Lots of butts.
All right. There are worse reasons to watch a show.
There are. Most of them are pretty nice butts, so.
Sure. Presumably.
Mm-hmm. So we had a quite horrible storm earlier today. Apparently there was like baseball-sized hail in some areas.
Oh, wow.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. That's what. Nothing around here, but I did get to witness something that I felt horrible and also highly amused about seeing. So anybody who's been to Kansas City knows that like in the city area, the drainage system is shit. The water just sits on the road. So effectively a 4-lane road has maybe the very middle where it's not just pools of water. But I was driving and there was a car in front of me on the right side and they drove through a huge puddle and sprayed a bunch of water up onto a guy who was like going down to the road to like grab his trash canister thing and take it up to his house and just like got completely soaked.
That's the thing that happens in the movies, not in life.
I know. That's the thing. It's just like, and he like it happened and the guy is just like standing there and he just kind of looks up and is like what the fuck just happened? Like, did that really, like you couldn't have moved over? Nope. Just completely sprayed him.
Wow.
So that was sad. But
hilarious. You mispronounced hilarious.
I did. It was both.
It can be both.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I feel bad for him, but I'm glad I got to see that.
Yeah, right. A little schadenfreude.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the movies for the first time in months, probably.
Yeah? What did you see?
I saw a film called The Lobster.
I feel like maybe I've heard of that, but
Scott, it starts.
Why don't you tell our listeners what it's about?
Yes, the listeners, definitely not. It's okay. There's no reason you should know it, to be honest with you. Has Colin Farrell, and I think it's by a French director, and this was his first English-speaking film, which should have tipped me off.
That it's going to be weird as fuck?
Weird as fuck, Amanda. Yeah. So weird.
Yeah. Any French films that I've seen that are like a sci-fi sort of thing are just weird as fuck.
Yeah. I went with my girlfriend, Brittany. She makes our skirts that we wear at conventions. Yeah. So we went together on the recommendation of another one of our friends. And if you need nerdy skirts, check out Brittany Braun Designs. She's awesome. So we went together, and I didn't want to do any research because I don't like spoilers. If I'm gonna go see a film, like I want to go enjoy the film. But some movies you just have to be in the right headspace for them, and this is definitely one of those. And I read like 2-sentence synopsis that said it was a sci-fi, and it was dark comedy, and I was like, okay, cool. And then
that's as much as I knew about it.
Okay, well, the really short version, and this isn't very spoilery, is it's just set in this hotel where you go if you're single, and you have 45 days to find a mate. And if you aren't successful, you get turned into the animal of your choice.
That's not where I thought that sentence was going at all.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know, I guess I'd read that as well, and I thought, oh, well, okay, cool. It's going to be like some weird sci-fi, but like there's weirder shit in sci-fi. That's fine.
Sure.
Let's do this. It wasn't very sci-fi, by the way, to be clear. I mean, it's definitely fiction. I don't know where the science came into play.
I think that's based on a true story.
Okay, get out of here. I mean, I guess you have to have science to be able to turn a human into an animal, therefore science fiction? I don't know. All right. So I'm just saying, don't expect like phasers or lightsabers. They're not there. Very disappointed. But it was just super weird. So it finished in a very weird way because fucking French people. And I just looked over at Brittany and I was like, I don't know what we just watched. Like, I have no idea what we just watched. I still don't know what I watched.
Yeah. That's always weird when you... Yeah, usually you go into a movie, you have at least some expectation of what it's going to be. I had a similar experience to that. This is totally spoilery, but this movie came out decades ago. The Quentin Tarantino film From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was going to be about vampires. Which that's a big, like... So...
Sort of important to know going in.
Yeah, so I go in and it's like, this is a Quentin Tarantino film. It's going to be violent and people are going to shoot each other and there's going to be a lot of swearing. Okay. And for like the first, I don't know, third to a half of the movie, that's what it is. And then all of a sudden this stripper turns into a vampire and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is a fucking vampire movie? Like, I was not expecting that at all. And it kind of ruined it for me. It was just like, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore.
I mean, that's another reason that like trailers are hard for me. I want to go into a film with low expectation. Everybody understands that the hype machine is problematic. You go in expecting too much, you're going to be disappointed a lot of times.
And half of the trailers these days, like,
so spoilery.
Show the end of the movie anyway. Like,
Absolutely.
Just because you don't realize it's the end, it's still, it's like, yeah. I don't need to see your movie now. I just saw a synopsis of it.
Yeah, the 3-minute version. Cool, guys. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so really weird, but however, I did not see this in theaters because duh, but I finally completed a nerd task that I was so far behind on. In fact, you guys are going to yell at me and that's fine. I'm fine with it. Yell at me. That's cool. I saw Ant-Man for the first time this week.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, good. Yell at her. Yell at her. Don't yell at me. I've seen it. Yell at her. I mean, it's especially shocking because I've seen like all the Marvel movies up until that point. And it's especially shocking because I have been totally in love with Paul Rudd since Clueless.
Yeah.
And I did not go see Ant-Man. I am a horrible fangirl.
Yeah, the sad thing is, so the flight back from Seattle, it was Seattle to Minneapolis to here, and we were actually on a plane that had like the TVs on the back of the seat so you could watch a movie. And Ant-Man was one of the movies they offered. But I downloaded a bunch of episodes of The Americans on my iPad, so I just watched those.
Amanda!
I know. It was like, oh, I should, but I'm like, but I really want to. That's how I am. Once I finish.
Yell at her. Yell at her. Please. On Twitter, @raging_Bonner. We talked about this before the podcast started, but you finally broke 50 followers.
I did. I have 51.
I'm so proud.
So exciting.
I know. I'm really happy about that. Although we need to keep going because, guys, I got way more than that. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort into Twitter, so no surprise. Oh, also, this is kind of weird, but in case anyone notices or is weirded out by this, I made my Twitter private recently. So you can't see my tweets unless you're following me. But feel free to send me a follow request. I'm accepting everyone. I just am keeping things private while I search for a job, which I think I found. But until I secure it, I don't.
That's probably a good idea.
Well, I think I lost a job that way. It was right after I tweeted about peeing on someone.
Oh,
What do you do?
yeah.
What do you do? Listen, I guess we suffer for our art, and in that way, lost a job.
That's why I'm in science, because nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. I know. Honestly, it wasn't a big deal. It was just it was like a part-time personal assistant thing. It's totally fine. But yeah, the guy was like, I found your website and some other things, and he did not clarify. And I was like, oh, that's bad. That's real bad. But no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It just I locked it down for a little while. I'll open it back up later. So so follow Amanda and feel free to follow me so you can see me tweeting about peeing on people. Exactly. I'm not actually tweeting about that. Just so we're absolutely clear here, that is not a thing I'm tweeting about. It was mentioned in passing. It was mostly a joke.
I think you should not lie. I can see your pants on fire from here.
Here's the thing. It was based on a real thing I did not partake in. I had nothing to do with that. Believe me.
Oh, so you just watched.
If I had, I would be $200 richer, and I would be panicking a little bit less about my financial situation currently. Real thing, guys. Real thing. Just stay off Craigslist, guys. Just do it.
Well,
just stay off.
Advice in general. I think also people are aware that there's some weird shit on the internet. I don't know if you know this, but there are pictures of naked people.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. It's terrible. Says the person who's talking about seeing scissoring lesbian porn ads while looking for something to fap to. So that's how I know. Yeah.
Cool. So, man, we've been kind of chatty today. That's unusual. Normally, we don't have that much to talk about.
Normally, we're super boring.
Super boring. So, would you like to do the letter from Rissy, or would you like me to read the news according to Jeff?
I feel like we should do the news first because that's sort of the way we've been doing it.
Cool, let's do it.
And I like routine. I don't like change.
I'm very okay with routine. All right, guys. Okay. This is the news according to Jeff. Marvel has promised that 90% of the cast of Black Panther will be African/African American. That's so great. I can't even tell you.
I know.
So.
Yeah. So not white people pretending to be ethnicity of.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a character that should be Black. Or any color, really. It should be a person of color, and they just change it to a white person.
Right.
Because, guys, there's so many white people out there who need more work.
Yeah. It's so hard for white people in Hollywood.
Like me, I don't have a job.
Yeah.
I can play Black Panther.
Totes.
I'm gonna get
No.
shot, Amanda. I'm gonna get shot for my joke.
And you're gonna deserve it.
I'm okay with it.
You're a
All
horrible
right.
person.
Next item.
But
Netflix.
I love you.
Yeah, I know you do. Netflix gets streaming exclusivity for Disney properties this summer. What? Did you know about this one?
Really? No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. Which includes Marvel, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, anything ABC related, aren't those all kind of the same?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know the details. But yeah, this is really great. So new stuff on Netflix. That'll be exciting. I haven't looked into it to see if there's like a list of anything yet. It's probably not, because I think they just signed the deal, so they probably haven't decided what's going to go up when yet. But
there will be things though, and maybe also stuff.
Hopefully stuff, and also things.
Right.
Yeah, just a second. Cool. Okay. The next item is, okay, this one is weird. I don't know if you know about this. Twitter is set to start rolling out exceptions to their 140 character limit in the coming months. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I mean, I know about the 140 character limit. I didn't know
they're making some
changing
changes.
Shit up.
Yeah, they are. They're making some changes, and they're getting away from the 140 character limit a little bit. For instance, if you're replying to someone, their @username will no longer count against your total.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. Especially the long stream of replies where you got like 4 or 5 people in the beginning.
Right.
And then you can just say like 2 letters.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Which is not enough to make a dick emoji.
You're probably right, because you either do, you need the balls, because if you don't do the balls, then it's like, what even is
it's this? It's an arrow, I guess.
Yeah. Or no, it turns into a smiley face.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It does.
Depending on how you're making it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns into a happy face.
Right.
Guys, the balls change everything. It's
true.
game. The balls are a game changer. Okay, sorry. Also, you can retweet and quote yourself to bring back thoughts that might have gone ignored. And I already thought you could do that, to be honest with you. I thought that was a thing you could already do. I don't know. Guess not. Also, and this one is weird, and we don't quite know how it's going to work yet. You know how if you're tweeting with someone's username as the first thing, but you want your whole list to see it, you put a period before the @ symbol? You don't, because you're not a big Twitter user.
Yeah. I totally knew about that. I didn't.
Okay, I'm going to give you a quick
No
rundown.
wonder I don't have
Shut up.
enough followers, because
let's go with that
without the period, and so people aren't seeing my so clever
replies.
Tens of tweets or replies.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Anyway,
the quick rundown here is, if you start a tweet with the @ symbol and a username, the only people who are going to see that tweet are the person you're tweeting at, you, obviously, and anyone who's following both of you. So if I were to tweet at you...
Wait, following both or either?
Both. That's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have to be following both. Because if it was either...
Not...
Because here's the thing. If it was a famous person and you're seeing every tweet that they get tweeted at...
That's true. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, it would be crazy. So no.
Okay, that makes
that's
sense.
not what's happening here. So, but it's nice, because you can kind of have these back and forth conversations with people that aren't clogging up people's feeds unless they follow both of you. So it's actually really great. But sometimes you're having a conversation and you want to bring that conversation to your whole list of followers. So to just fix that, you do the tweet as you would, but you put a period in front of the @ symbol. Well, now it doesn't start with the @ symbol, therefore it's going out to your entire list. So everyone's good.
Okay.
So that's what's happened in the past. And it looks like what's happening, and like I said, we don't have super clear details on this yet, but it looks like if you're replying to a tweet and it starts with the @, it'll still be treated in the same way, I think. Don't quote me on this, I think. But if you start a brand new tweet, if I do a brand new tweet and say @Amanda your at raging_Bonner is a dickhead, then everyone
Are you making that dick with emojis? Because you should be.
How else would I make it?
Okay.
Oh, I could send one of the dick pics that everyone is going to send me for my birthday. I don't know. Anyway, so that's Twitter, and some changes are happening. So, sorry guys, you probably just figured Twitter out, or maybe you hadn't figured Twitter out at all yet, Amanda.
What?
That's fine. I'll teach you. I'll teach you. All right, here we go. Rocket League, it's a game, Amanda, is officially cross-compatible between Xbox One and PC. That was his commentary. I'm reading it. I didn't. That wasn't me. It was not me.
I mean, I hadn't heard of that game before, so I can't really get all that indignant. But sometimes I know about video games because I do play video games. If he was talking about comic books, like then I would be like, yeah, I have no idea what that is because I'm too good for comic books. That's not true.
Okay, I don't know why this next item is in here because we literally talked about it on the podcast last week.
Okay.
But I'm gonna read it. Oh, Amanda, while I'm reading this,
Yes.
unplug and replug your microphone.
Fuck.
Okay, so the next item is Jeff saw The Cure and Ellie Goulding, and so should you. Yeah, we talked about that. Jeff, you were here. You told us about it. Right?
Yeah, he
that
did.
happened. I'm not crazy.
No.
He's not watching tonight, so. Okay. WWE SmackDown is going to be moved to Tuesdays, live on USA, with a brand split between it and Raw that will have 2 separate but now equal rosters.
Don't care.
Well, somebody might.
Yeah. Not me, though.
I know.
I mean...
Also, he says, and this is Jeff's commentary, they better not split the world, women's, or tag titles.
I was just saying that the other day.
I know, right? Like, what would we do?
Might as well drive ourselves off a bridge or something if they do that.
I was already planning on it, so yeah, that'll just give me a good reason.
There are a lot of bridges in San Francisco. You should wait till this weekend.
Ooh, it could be very pretty.
Good.
All right, cool. Gonna do that then. That's the end of the news according to Jeff, and now I'm going to have the news according to Blythe because I cannot believe this was not in his list. Guys, Comixology just rolled out like a monthly subscription, unlimited, like a Netflix style monthly subscription where you can read all of the comics. I don't think it includes every comic, but much like Netflix doesn't have all of the movies, but does have a fuck ton of movies. Yeah, so you have full access to their roster of comics, and you can read whatever you want.
See, now that I would do.
That's so great. And the first 30 days, you get a trial, so it's free for the first 30 days. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the way to get me into reading comic books is to put them all in one place, so I don't have to know shit about fuck.
And I use it on my Kindle. I don't know if you have a Kindle.
I do.
But highly recommend. And also, they're combined with Amazon now, too. So you can literally just log in and use your Amazon login. You don't even have to, it's so easy. It's so easy. So, highly recommend that. And if you do this, let me know because I will tell you what to read. And if you guys out there have any suggestions for Amanda, if she's kind of jumping into comics,
no, seriously, give me suggestions because
she would love to hear it. I mean, I have mine, but
great.
I'm sure you guys have really great things as well. So let's hear them. So that's the news according to Jeff, and also my extra piece of news. So there you go. Now,
done.
It's time for letters from Rissy.
All right, here we go. Good evening, as I sit here writing this letter, I'm waiting to board a flight to Kansas City because I'm going to Conquest motherfuckers to sell some motherfucking books. Yeah. Books, question mark, you say? For those of you who may not know, I cloned myself back in the early aughts using primitive DNA magics and grew my clone to maturity in a fish tank hidden in the basement of my junior high. Nowadays, my clone goes by Luna Teague and, with a dear friend, is the co-author of a series of erotic time travel buddy comedy novels called TimeBangers. Well, just one novel at the moment, but she has assured me that the second book is on the way. And if it isn't, I'll dock her pay. Her pay is a bucket of fish heads every fortnight. Also, because Luna was cloned in the early aughts, she has a weird thing for ultra-low-rise pants with rhinestone thongs peeking out and platform flip-flops. Oh well, clones, what are you gonna do? Help them sell their books at conventions, that's what. So, if you're at Conquest this weekend and happen to bump into Luna, make sure to compliment her on her whale tail. She loves that. But don't give her any extra fish heads. See you on the Missouri side, motherfuckers. So that was a letter from Rissy. However, you'll notice what was missing were any details about this convention. So,
or even the book.
Yeah, I know she's special.
That's why I was doing promotion for her for a little while. Is because that girl
can't. Yeah. No, before she'd even sent this letter, I had sent her something like, "Hey, tell me exactly the details of the convention so I can talk about it on our podcast." And so I have it in text form, not in letter form. So Conquest 47 Prime is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's May 27th, 28th, and 29th, 2016 for all you future listeners. Sorry, guys, you missed it.
Hello from the past.
From the past, they're good. They still have time. Listeners from the future that are never mind.
No, I was saying hello to the future listeners, but I'm now I'm from the past if they're listening in the future. Hello from the past. Okay.
Anyway, the convention is at the Sheraton Kansas City Hotel. So Luna Teague and her co-author Ivory Kirk will be in the dealer's room, and no passes are required for entry into the dealer's room. And they will be
unheard of, guys.
I know, right?
Totally unheard of.
Yeah. I just clicked something and now I have to scroll all the way down. Okay, anyway. They'll be at the booth for the Rev de V publishers. So they will be there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the dealer's room is open from noon to 6 on Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday, and 10 to 4 on Sunday. And I will likely be there and hovering about on Saturday just because I don't have anything else to do. And I like to bug Rissy when she's in town.
I know. I'm jealous that you guys get to see each other. I don't know who I'm more jealous of.
It's a good, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably you're most jealous of Ivory because she gets to see both of us.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a very good point, actually.
Yeah.
Although I'd like to see her as well.
I know you would. I mean, I don't know why you're deciding to go to San Francisco over Kansas City, because it's a toss-up for which city is coolest.
Largely
it's not.
Because Kat's taking photos, that's why.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know.
You're an asshole. I want to be there so badly, and you're making fun of me.
I know.
I think you're an asshole.
I'm sorry. I know. We'll see each other soon. Only 2 months till Gen Con, guys.
Oh, please don't say that.
Are you having panic attacks now because of how much we have to do?
Oh my god. So many panic attacks. Guys, Gen Con is coming up so fast and I am not ready.
I know.
I am so not ready.
I know.
There's so many things I have to do.
I know.
Oh, it's giving me anxiety just thinking about it. Legitimately. Oh God, I'm so far behind.
Just the fact that we're doing scripted shows this year, so that's an added layer of stuff to ready is learning lines and whatnot.
I have to prepare the preparations. Oh God. All right. Yep. Gen Con. So yeah, go to Conquest and see Rissy. I mean Luna, whatevs. And if you can't, check out TimeBangers. It is available on Amazon.
It is.
It is, yes, like she said, the first book is out. It is available, and it is legitimately a time travel erotic buddy novel. It's two girls, former sorority sisters, traveling through time exclusively for the purpose of banging historical figures.
Yep.
So,
and it's
they're not trying to change anything. They just want to bone down.
Want to have historical dick in their vaginas. And it's
not just dick.
Well, no, that's true. Anything.
Just saying.
Yeah. That's true. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, there's legitimately a little something for everyone. And a lot of you are probably going, but it's erotica. That's not a thing I'm into. Yeah, guys. Me neither. And it is surprisingly good. Also, there's more story than sex, which I was surprised by. And the story is really, really good.
It is.
And I'm not just saying that.
No, because if we thought it was shit, we wouldn't be promoting it, and we would tell Rissy that, hey, maybe you should not do this thing that you love, because we're dream killers apparently in this scenario.
Listen, honesty is important.
Right. It is, but no. So I do read erotica on occasion. That's what Kindles are for, is reading stuff that no one can see the cover of, so they don't know what you're reading. And yeah, they tend to fall into two camps where it's like one where the story is decent, but the sex is kind of cut and paste and boring, or the opposite, or you're kind of just like, okay, this one scene is hot, but the story is stupid and contrived. And TimeBangers is neither of those. Like, I legitimately enjoyed both the story and the sex scenes and just the way it all came together.
Yes.
But yeah. So anybody in Kansas City, check out their booth. Anybody not in Kansas City or in Kansas City and already has plans for the Saturday that's 2 days from now, I don't know why you would. I mean, just because I don't already have plans. Anyway, you can find it on Amazon is what I was getting at.
Yes. And we highly recommend it.
One does not simply walk into Tudor.
Yes.
It's the co-title, the whatever you would call it for their volume 1.
I have to point out also, there are a lot of hidden gems in the cover art that you will not notice immediately. I recommend really diving in on that one and trying to find all the things that Brian tucked in there for dirty people factor, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. And it's really clever. So check it. That's all I have. Is there anything else? Let's check for just a second. Hang on. Let me see if there's any comments. There are a couple comments. Josh says, "The balls are a game changer" is the title for this episode. Josh said, "No more dick-related titles." Also, Tom Silk has pointed out we should use the eggplant emoji for a dick. You only need one character. That's very smart. And amusingly, I did not know that the eggplant stood for dick until just recently when it was mentioned on another podcast I listened to. So I was a little embarrassed that I, of all people, didn't get a dick reference.
Oh my God, guys, since we started this podcast, I've gained 1 follower.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
I have 42 now.
I'm so proud.
Also, the Scroll Bards, who we mentioned at the beginning of the show, tweeted
Which is Ash, by the way.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
It's almost like people are watching us.
I know, it's fun.
Crazy.
We love that you guys are here while we're doing this. It makes it so much more enjoyable for us to be able to interact with everybody. And then we did mention this before we started the podcast, but check out the Scroll Bards at the Scroll Bards on Twitter, and it links to his YouTube, and he has a couple songs out, and they're cool and good, and he's a really cool guy. We've had a little back and forth on Twitter, and he's just, he's very cool and making music. So check him out. And that is, man, I have been plugging everyone on this episode.
Because we love everyone.
We do love everyone. But yeah, I think that's all the news I have. I don't think anyone is commenting currently with anything else that we should discuss. So I think we've covered it. Josh points out that Rissy may not remember to bring the books to the convention. Oh, that's what Ivory is for. Like, literally, that's what she's for. Yes. So, no worries. Right. Rissy's not in charge of it.
Right. Rissy has to team up with responsible people because...
Yes. 1,000 times,
yeah. She's very pretty.
She's brilliant. She just needs help with some basic life functions. Not all of them. Just some.
Right. She's got the pooping thing down.
Yeah, but not the wiping thing, so.
That's true. Speaking of Rissy pooping.
No.
I had a dream about Rissy last night.
Pooping?
Where she was in the bathroom taking a shit, and she wanted to talk to me with the door open. I'm like, Rissy, close the door. And she's like, no, we need to talk about this thing. That's pretty much the extent of the part of the dream that anybody would find even remotely interesting. But yeah. So that's a thing that happened. And it's completely feasible.
Like, that's a thing that she would do for 100% sure.
I know.
She has.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I think that's how we end it, is Rissy pooping in your dreams.
Oh, if you're lucky, someday you too will have a dream about Rissy pooping, and it'll be great.
If you contribute to our Patreon, we will infiltrate your dreams.
We will make a video of a dream sequence of Rissy pooping, which is just Rissy sitting on the toilet with some sort of like hazy filter over it. That's all it would be. And maybe some harp music in the background. Because that's what everybody wants. So I think that will do it for us for tonight. So thank you, all of the people who are here watching us live and those who are listening to us later. Please join us again next Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're streamed live on Google Plus and YouTube. And if you can't be there for that, of course, you can always watch it later on YouTube or subscribe to the audio version of the podcast.
Which is now on iTunes because Apple is no longer dicks. Also, next week, just a quick reminder that the podcast will be at 8 p.m. Central and our Damsel Dork Out will be at 9 p.m. Central. So stick around for that. Then just be prepared. That is next week, the first Thursday of June. I had to think about that. That's amusing. Also, if you can subscribe and rate us on iTunes, that's really helpful for us to pick up more listeners. And we always want more listeners. We're attention whores. That's what we do. It's
true.
So it helps us a lot. We'd appreciate it.
And speaking of wanting attention, you can always find us on Twitter. I am at raging_Bonner.
I am at Blythe Renee. Do not let the privacy settings scare you. I will totally approve your request. So don't even worry about it. You can also follow the Damsels of Dorkington group, which is at Dorkington on Twitter. And you can link to Rissy and Jeff from there as well.
And you can also support our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington. There are a lot of really cool rewards that you can get if you become a patron. And a lot of these rewards you can get only through the Patreon campaign. One of those things is being personally thanked on at least one podcast per month.
So thank you to all of these awesome people who make this entire thing possible. John Haight, Joshua Griffiths, our faithful Northern Minion John Kozlowski, Casey Discreetly, Ector, Travis Mays, Ann Wendy, Carlos Macera, John Latch, Aaron Griffin, Joe Louie, the Great Luke Ski, Stephen Kendall, Eric Ruggles, Jay Only One Letter Teller, and Wayne Walls. Thank you guys for making this possible. We literally wouldn't have even started this without you. So you're the best.
You are the best. And so that was episode 6 of the Dork Pridecast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.